This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by HostGator, one of the top web hosting providers around. Save 60% off of shared hosting for 3 years with code MMA60. DreamCloud Sleep. Affordable luxury starts with sleep. Get $200 off a mattress with code MMA200. NordVPN. Protect your IP address online. Get 77% off 3-year plans with code MMANUTS. Keto Logic. The resources you need to eat better, feel better, and live better. Get 10% off with code MMA10. Defense Soap, the ultimate soap for wrestlers, jiu-jitsu, and MMA athletes. With the new peppermint oil bars and shower gel. Use code MMANUTS for 15% off. Hey fans, this is MMA Nuts, episode 424.
424!
My name's Ingo Waggle.
Back with the show by fans, for our fans, watch the line between serious and ridiculous.
Ridiculous is correct.
What's happening?
Nothing was happening, just hanging out.
Just hanging out?
Hanging out, doing
Catching
our
rays,
thing.
banging chicks, you know.
Yeah.
It's a balmy 70 degrees some days out here in Chicagoland.
And then it
Illinois.
snows. 2 weekends ago.
Yeah,
right?
a fucking blizzard.
It's a blizzard.
Flash blizzard. I built the biggest snowman ever in my backyard because the snow was fucking awesome. It was like that wet, kill your neighbor heart attack snow. And,
oh, from shoveling because it's too heavy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, built a nice snowman.
Do you want to build a
Yeah,
snowman?
Deadpool. Deadpool 2.
Did you finally watch it?
Papa. I'll say this. That one is better than the first one.
It is better.
For sure. The first one, they were swearing too much just because they could. I enjoyed the second one.
There was some ridiculous parts in that movie. I died watching it.
I watch it when it comes on every time.
It's good. It's really good.
Yep.
I think it's Ryan Reynolds. He just perfect for that character. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And the cab driver. He steals the show.
Ah, that too. Yes. He's pretty
I
funny.
love that part. With the.
Yeah, I saw that movie in theaters. I was excited. I figured out the secret to the theater. I go to my mall, my local mall, whacking off. Yes.
Got a bucket of popcorn.
Only when I have my kids with me, then I definitely whack off every time in the popcorn. No, it's the matinee, Sunday before 12. It's like $3 or something crazy. Even the nice theater, you can just go. I mean.
Yeah, there's cheap theaters too that are nice. I forget what they cost. The tickets are cheap, but then they fuck you on the drinks. The kids always want, can I get a fucking icy? Like, yeah, that'll be $12.50, sir. I'm like, it's a fucking mini icy, so I get the cheap ticket, but then you fuck me on the treat.
Of course. That's why you got sneak in treats, Matt.
Well, I mean, we do, but they always want like a pop.
A strip search. They strip search this guy when he walks in the theater.
I don't bring anything.
We're gonna need you to bend over.
I'm good for 3 years or 3 hours, whatever comes first.
Okay. I don't know what you're saying.
It's all good. You don't need to know. You're on a need to know basis, right? Okay. I don't know.
3 years or 3 hours?
Whichever comes first. 3 hours.
I'm lost.
It'll all work out in the end. So we were off. We're back.
And then we're back.
There were a couple cards. I'm not going to talk about the one that just happened. I want to go back to UFC 236. So this was the first time that ESPN had the pay-per-view on there. So the only place you could order the pay-per-view was through ESPN. And the quality of the stream for me was fine. I had no problems. I took full advantage of their $79.99 offer where you get the ESPN Plus service for 1 year and 1 pay-per-view. Like, that's not bad for fucking a year of that. And then I was able to watch the pay-per-view the next day, too. And I wasn't able to do that on the stupid TiVo because there's some copyright protection. So
wow.
I haven't logged back in, but I think once you've bought it that you can go back and watch it whenever.
Anytime? It's kind of like a purchase library?
Yeah. I hope it's still like that. I know the next day I was able to do that. I'm hoping it's the Amazon model where if you've bought a movie,
you own it
just sits there, right?
Okay.
But there were only a couple times where like the quality of the stream dropped. Like you see, oh, you're HD, and now you're not HD for about 5 seconds, but then it went back.
Yep.
No other problems. I had no issues. I heard other people were having a hard time ordering and
really? Wow.
whatnot, but for me, no problem.
Ixnay on that?
No problems.
Good.
So then let's start with the main event. We had Max Holloway with Dustin Poirier, which was fight of the night. And it's tough because they're following the Adesanya versus Gastelum, which I thought was fight of the year. I'll talk about in a minute. But this fight was 100% one-sided to me. It was 4 rounds to 1. Holloway is landing more shots, but there's just zero power.
Yeah.
And fucking Poirier, who looks like he's got a goddamn steroid chin. I'm not saying he's on steroids, but he's got the steroid chin. So you can read into
like
that.
a duck, or was it? If it smells like, does it pass the smell test? There we go.
His duck does not pass the smell test. There you go.
Thank you.
He used to fight at 45.
Yeah.
And now they look like they were in 2 fucking separate weight classes.
Yeah.
Granted, they are, but I mean, Poirier looks like a 170er.
Yep.
And he's carrying so much power, and that power was so devastating to Max in the first round, where he almost finished him. Just so much power, and Holloway stuck in there. I think he won the second round, but then progressively just lost the entire fight. And to me, it was kind of boring. And I don't know if that was because the fight before was so epic, and then you get to this fight, it was kind of a letdown. But Max, I don't know if he can hang with the 155ers. I mean, Poirier,
yeah, it's tough.
Hit him hard,
Small.
but it's the volume versus power. And fucking power one, man. Power one.
10 pounds is that's big. It'll make a difference.
Oh, and then you want to see Poirier's wife. Oh, my God. Let me just say, oh, my God.
This is what?
Yeah. And I don't always have the best shots, but she was on camera for like 10 minutes like this. If that's your wife, are you letting her out of the house looking like this?
No. Babe, you gotta change that outfit. What the fuck?
Your tits are
What
hanging out.
are you doing?
You can't be wearing that.
You could see nipple. It's like skin tight.
Yes.
But good for him.
Yeah.
Wow. He's a Southern boy, if I recall.
Yeah, straight out of Louisiana.
So that looks like a fine Southern woman right there.
Thick.
Yeah. She likes
Respect.
barbecue, guaranteed.
100%.
Uh-huh. And
Straight out of
sausage.
Compton or something.
Compton?
I don't know.
Okay. Compton, Louisiana?
Sure. There's a Compton in every town, I'm
Probably
sure,
is.
somewhere. So, yeah, so Poirier wins the interim belt. He's supposed to fight Khabib here in, I think, September.
Really?
And Khabib wants that fight. He's like, you look good. I'm ready to fight him.
Let's do it, man.
And next for Holloway, I think he's got to go back to 45, even though that cut is hard on him.
Yeah.
Right?
I would say yes. He's kind of a small, lean, skinny guy.
Mm-hmm.
And to try to go up,
it's the power difference between, it looked like the 45 and 55, and I don't know if that's just Poirier, but it's just not translating.
Mm-hmm.
It may translate against some other guys, but
yeah.
And then what do you do with Max? Does he need to sit out? Because he absorbed. Think about how many shots he absorbed. There's a lot.
I worry about him going the route
man.
of like Cain Velasquez, because like things are just not. I'm sorry, Junior Dos Santos. Things are just not upstairs like they were before that beating he took from Cain Velasquez.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So I think, given that and the fact that he had all those personal issues, it's probably time for him to just take a chill pill. I think, was it Robbie Lawler did that for like a year? Took like a year off?
The guy who fought?
Rory McDonald?
There you go.
What's wrong with my brain?
You're going backwards on me today.
Holy cow.
Sweet. I like this game.
I'm dyslexic.
That's okay.
Something. It's working.
It all works out in the end.
Moving on?
Yeah. I want to talk about that Adesanya versus Gastelum fight. It could be fight of the year. This is one of those fights, if you can get me out of my seat yelling at the screen, you've done your fucking job. They did their job.
Okay.
This was that back and forth, like.
Were you here by yourself?
Yeah.
Looking at the TV?
Nah,
oh, you have
everybody
people over. Okay,
yeah.
good.
And no, it's 2-2 going into the 5th round. Like, each person's had their back and forth, and Adesanya wanted it more. He almost finished Kelvin in the 5th round.
Yeah.
And my problem with Adesanya was he fought Kelvin's fight. Like, he kept it a boxing match for the most part. I mean, the first round was Kelvin, second round was Adesanya, and I think Adesanya was going with the body kicks in the second round, like working the body, but he kept it in boxing range for the most part. Like, why, if you have such a long reach on Kelvin, why aren't you keeping this in kickboxing range? It was really awkward. And there was a point in the 5th round where Adesanya had a standing guillotine locked up, almost finished him, and Kelvin got out. It looked like he was going to rip his fucking head off, though. With that John Jones, the Lyoto Machida kind of deal.
Where
he's
the neck
just
is
like
all bent up.
super, like, fucking cranking on it. And then he dropped him, I think, 3 times in that 5th round. So that was impressive. And then Adesanya gets the win. Now he's the interim middleweight champion. I think they're talking about him and Robert Whittaker in Australia sometime in the future, and possibly doing that Poirier and Nurmagomedov fight on the same card.
That'd be badass.
Yeah.
It seems to me like these middle weight classes are really solid right now. Where the heavyweight, light
heavyweight is shit. Light heavyweight is shit.
Like welterweight, middleweight. I wanted like the 55-70. That's the window right now where shit's going down right there.
Yeah, and I forgot who was talking about it, but I think it's too because if you're a bigger guy, you're gonna go into a football, a basketball, or whatever. And if you're the smaller guys, like in that 55 to 70 window, fighting is an option for you because you can't play in the bigger sports.
You get killed in football.
Right. I
think the kicker weighs more than that. So
some of them do now, right? I thought the one guy was like 6'5", 255 or something.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous. So it was those two. There was a fight before the Adesanya fight that was pretty decent. But, I mean, it's hard to follow that fight, the Holloway Poirier fight, following Adesanya versus Gastelum. Like, fuck, man. The crowd is going bananas. Everyone's going bananas. Like, it's coming down to the 5th round. So, that's all I got for UFC 236.
I need to watch it. I did not see that one. All right. Can I talk to you about Bellator 220? Briefly. Happening this weekend. Coming up. Headlined by Jorge McDonald versus, I got it written down this time, so I'm not going to go backwards, versus John Fitch. And also on the card, the other fight that's interesting to me is Phil Davis versus Liam McGeary. I was curious what you think about that main event, Jorge versus Fitch.
Well, I know for us, the hobby is calling out John Fitch, saying he's a cheater. He's probably going to be on PDs and this and that.
Yeah.
I like McDonald. It's not an easy fight.
No.
If Fitch is going to Fitch.
He could
get held down. Up again.
Yeah. And have that mismatch kind of wrestler thing where he just controls where the fight happens and Rory just has a hard time the whole time. But yeah, I think I agree with you. I'll take Rory. I think knockout probably. That's what I'm thinking. Like second or third round.
The question always with Rory is the durability, because I want to say the last fight was him getting finished by Mousasi when he tried to move up to 85.
Yeah, but those are all strikers. Fitch is not dangerous striking wise. He's definitely more of a wrestler.
But he may be juiced to the titties. I don't know.
It's a good point. I mean, maybe they're all juiced.
But they should be. I mean,
maybe we should get juiced to the titties. Be like,
it's overrated.
It's overrated. Be swole on the show. We start doing the show shirtless.
That's fine.
I watched a good documentary, speaking of shirtless, called Iron
Pumping
Men.
Irene?
No, but it's like a spin-off, Iron Men 3 or whatever, talking about modern bodybuilding. And apparently there's more than just the big, huge dudes classes now. There's like the beach body class, and so the big guys all make fun. There's the freak shows.
Yeah.
They're on their own level, and then there's like a step down, which they claim to be not on drugs. But
they're all on drugs.
Okay.
Even the ladies. Everyone's on drugs.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Got it. Especially in that world.
For the sake of working out.
Yeah.
Would you ever compete for the sake of working out?
Huh? You compete for the sake of working out? I don't know what that means.
Like they do now, the bodybuilders. They work out and they compete by working out. Whoever's the best at working out wins those competitions.
No, it's so useless. Like, can they even bend over and touch their toes?
No, probably.
Like, can you, like, clothes
Most of
don't fit?
The guys like walk like this because
they're. I can't move my body correctly. I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want that ever. Well, maybe. I might want that. Then I might have to get service because I can't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, can somebody service me? Yes, we can,
like
sir. Call me Robert Kraft.
What kind of service are you looking for?
Kraft service.
Okay.
Right?
Jeez.
Isn't he getting in trouble for getting a little handy?
Oh, for New England
There's a video
Patriots?
coming out. Yep.
Yeah. There's a video of him whacking off?
Apparently the woman doing that to him. I think it's going to get released.
Oh.
Why? I don't know why they need to release it. I don't need to see some 76-year-old man's
fat dude
junk
getting like whacked off.
getting service.
I mean, I'm definitely probably gonna check it out. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna check it out.
He's gonna check
Maybe
it out.
Is the chick hot though?
No.
Oh, in that case, no.
I don't know.
I'm out.
I gotta move along because something bad's gonna come out of my mouth. It's not good. I'm gonna have a sip. Did you see Herb Dean was on the Joe Rogan podcast?
I haven't listened to it yet. Is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. He was talking about that Robbie Lawler Ben Askren thing and saying part of the reason why he stopped that was because of the neck crank. And he was afraid of someone getting paralyzed because he had seen something like that happen before.
Oh.
And that's why he was inclined to stop the fight at that point and said he would do it again. Do it again. And Joe was like, I didn't consider that.
Right.
Because he thought he fucked up. I'm like, yeah, I didn't consider it either, and I thought he fucked up too. So.
He did. Yeah, that was pretty. Yeah, that's a really vulnerable spot to be in. That'd be fucked up if somebody got paralyzed.
Right, because that 100%, that's Herb's job.
Right.
To protect the fighters. So him explaining it is nice, and it's not confrontational. It's just, hey, here's what I did, and you don't always get that from some of these referees. It's like, I am the law, and I'll tell you how it's going to go down.
So, err on the side of caution.
Yeah.
I like it.
Remember how we were talking about USADA and TJ Dillashaw, and we were going, oh, man, we've just opened this can of worms with the EPO. Like, how far are they going to go back? Are we going to ruin the sport? So, allegedly, they went back and started testing some of the samples prior to the Cody Garbrandt fight. And USADA said they all came back clean. So, I'm wondering, is this a lie? Is this bullshit? Did they even test those?
Seems weird.
I mean, they have to make some kind of statement, right? Either we went back and tested it and they're all positive, and then we fuck everything up, or we went back and tested them and they're all negative and there's nothing to see here.
Yeah, I don't buy that. That doesn't seem. Why would he all of a sudden start taking that? It doesn't make any sense. And we didn't see a marked improvement in performance to warrant
No.
If anything, his performance has kind of declined in some way.
I was gonna say he's been pretty consistent with his cardio.
Yeah.
You know, from that standpoint. And then now you have all these Team Alpha male teammates coming out and saying, this guy's been doing fucking steroids since like 6 years ago or X amount of years ago. So I'm kind of happy this is what's happening because I didn't want them to go back. Like, the more you go back and open up shit, the more problems you're going to have with the sport.
For sure,
forward, you know? So I think that was probably the best of both worlds. Like, you got your catch, but don't fuck up the past. There's nothing to see here. Only look over here, don't look over here.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking magician, right?
Yeah. You'll never be happy, Matt. You're gonna be like, they are cheating us! Damn them! And then they're gonna find everything out like, fuck them, they fucked everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they are. I mean, USADA just released a list of, I think, 4 fighters with, what the fuck did they test for?
Oh,
Aspartame.
Aspartame, yeah.
And I think it's the same thing that Tom Lawler tested positive for, but they gave him 2 years, and now all these fighters get 6 months. But again,
most of them already served
it's all
that time.
tainted supplements. So why does USADA feel it necessary if they know it's a fucking tainted supplement? Person obviously didn't do it on purpose, but they still get a 6-month suspension.
I think most of them already served all the time anyways. 2 or 3 of the guys were out since last year around this time, so it's like they've already served the time. Did I read that wrong?
It's probably correct, but it's this weird policy because now you're a PED user in some people's minds, even though you did nothing wrong, and they've even proved it's a tainted supplement. So why all this punitive shit? Like, I think they just get off on, oh, look, we caught another guy, we fucking penalized another guy.
Right. They probably get paid every time they catch someone.
For probably the most minute picogram of bullshit, right?
Yep.
I don't get it. I don't know. Getting angry.
I see that.
What else you got?
Well, I got some bad news.
What?
UFC veteran
What?
Rodrigo de Lima was killed in Brazil by his Uber driver a couple days ago. Apparently, some altercation happened. Uber driver took off, came back, ran him over
From behind.
from behind. Yeah,
It's like these cocksuckers in Division 2.
they cannot
Dark
take
Souls.
not even head on, from behind.
Right. If you're a man, you can face someone head on.
Yeah, you want to run me over? I want to make sure I see you, look you in the eye when you do it.
Right.
So yeah, it's kind of sad. Brazil's a fucking crazy place. Uber driver just runs over your ass. It's kind of crazy.
I'm guessing some words were probably exchanged.
Probably, but if you go on the internet, and I may or may not have done this because, and I was a couple weeks ago stuck on Uber driver confrontations. There's like a whole YouTube thing about that.
Really?
And there's videos of like Uber drivers just getting pissed at Peyton, laying out 2 or 3 dudes. You never saw this?
Mm-hmm.
Guy gets out of his car and it's like, bam, bam. You want some of this? There's a bunch of videos like that.
Huh.
He's like, let me look those up.
No.
But I've ridden Uber a lot. I've never had an aggro Uber driver. So I think it must be the patrons are being assholes.
Yeah, I would imagine if you have a drunk asshole in your car, there's going to be conflict.
Yes.
Because you don't like necessarily have like a privacy window you can just put up and lock them in the back. Being dickheads. Like a taxi, 9 times out of 10, they're going to have that window there.
Mm-hmm.
You keep them in the back, lock them in, beat them up. So I saw Conor McGregor made a post. I don't know if it was Instagram or Twitter. He was talking about prior to the Khabib fight, I think 3 weeks prior to the fight, he broke his foot. He says, I broke my foot 3 weeks out from the bout. I still marched forward, however, and also landed the final blows of the night on his blood brother. I am happy with how the contest went and lessons learned in my fighting and, more importantly, my preparation. Time will reveal all. What the fuck is this guy?
He's Brazilian now.
Yeah?
He's become Brazilian. He's changed camps. No more Ireland.
It's the Gazingo.
It's Brazilian. Sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me.
It's like, just fucking move along.
Trying to stay relevant.
He keeps chasing the fight that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Habib's in the driver's seat. He's probably going to kill him.
Literally.
What else we got? Oh, there's an interesting boxing story. So Bob Arum did an interview with the LA Times, and here's what he had to say. He said this is in relation to the UFC getting off of the pay-per-view. So now boxing's kind of got a little bit more leverage. He says the cable and satellite people are now scared after UFC is taking its pay-per-views to ESPN Plus. That deprives them of 10 to 12 pay-per-views a year and hit them right in the bottom line, Arum said. So we threatened to do the same, reminding them their way of doing business and collecting a percentage is no longer sustainable. Future pay-per-view business is at stake for DirecTV, Dish Network, and cable operators. If they don't perform for us, forget them. We have new massive leverage. So now they will be hammering customers with ads to the fight, and our promotional programming is sensational and will go viral, blah, blah, blah. So that's a weird side effect. I didn't think about the threat from other people of leaving, because you got to think, how much did the UFC leaving hurt all those companies? If they lost 50% of whatever the UFC brought in, now these other guys are like, hey man, I think I want a few more percentage points.
Yeah.
You gonna give it to me? No? Oh, guess where I'm going.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. So is pay-per-view dead now?
I kind of hope so. Because it's old. It's such an old school model. It's been around for 30 years, not more than that. And I don't think, I never did think of this either. It's interesting because they're paving the way. They've done this. We don't give the UFC enough credit for this one thing. They are leaders in technology. They always have kind of been pushing the envelope in how they do stuff with technology.
Like their website. They're really pushing the technology to the point of unusability.
Yeah, okay, not the website. But I'm saying more how to interact with us.
Sure.
So through social media, through whatever, through this thing. ESPN Plus, I think it's a good thing that it's streaming because it just makes it easier, I think, for me.
If I can watch it the next day and 3 weeks later, even better.
And it'd be nice if they had a model where if you have ESPN Plus, eventually you get them all or at a later date, or if you can buy the pay-per-view like a week later or something for $10, so you didn't see it. I'm like, I'd like to watch this, whatever. But I don't know. So boxing is starting to go to ESPN Plus.
Well, some of them already have, or the Zone. You think about Canelo Alvarez, how much they paid him,
$300 billion.
and then like I want to follow on to that story and say, so Disney owns ESPN Plus. They said they are going to lose $1.3 billion in the next 2 years. ESPN Plus.
Why?
Just because of all the money they're paying out. Like we were saying before, I think the UFC is a loss leader to try to gain subscribers. They're saying they're going to reach profitability by 2023.
Wow. And
have 12 million subscribers by 2024. And the question is, will it work? And you know what I'm thinking about when we're talking about this is Amazon, right? Think about how many years they were unprofitable, and they're like, we're going to fucking make it up in volume. And I forgot what they just posted. It was something like an $11 billion profit.
They're making money now?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And they're paying zero in fucking taxes, however they're doing that. But
probably because they lost all that money for years.
Yeah, I mean, there were multiple years that they were unprofitable. Yeah. But is this model going to work in the digital age?
It's all about subscribers, I think, but I don't know if they can hang on to them. Okay, so that's 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Can they hold on to them that long? Because I can't remember the last time I actually watched ESPN. Like in college and stuff, I used to watch it like crazy. Now it's like.
Well, it was the thing back in the day, right?
Now there's a million things, and most of it's available on Facebook or Instagram or, instantly on YouTube, versus having to wait for someone to put it out. So it's kind of, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Interesting. I knew these people were losing. Same thing with the Zone. I wonder how much, they bought Bellator, or the rights to Bellator. They bought Canelo Alvarez, the rights to his fights. But it's like, how long can you go? And if you're not going to get those subscribers, like, how much are you willing to, how many years are you willing to eat shit?
All the years.
It's kind of like the UFC, right? When they bought it, what did they rack up? $50 million in debt? And then they run the Ultimate Fighter show, and then boom,
there it goes.
Starts happening. Now we're worth $4 billion.
Maybe the same thing will happen here. It is Disney. They got truckloads.
Yeah, I mean, they have godloads of money.
Drop in the bucket for them to spend $500 million. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, when they own 1 billion properties, also.
Yes.
So, one of ours loses, big deal. We'll fucking just put out another Marvel movie or whatever. Star Wars.
There's one coming out this weekend, right? Captain Marvel.
Oh, the Avengers Endgame.
Oh, Endgame. Okay.
April 26th, I think.
I see.
Sure. Well, the thing that sucks is, like, my kids want to see it with me, and then all the retarded kids in school ruin it for my daughter.
Because why?
Because they'll go see it, like, the first night it's out.
Oh.
And then, oh, my God, could you believe it? That so-and-so died, and this happened, and that happened. We just shut the fuck up. I haven't even seen the movie.
Ah.
So, I can't hear you.
I need to watch those. I haven't seen any of them. I should probably watch those.
It's good. They're all good.
Yeah?
Yep. Rich Franklin got inducted in UFC Hall of Fame.
Nice.
Worthy? Johnny whatever weight? Yes.
Of course worthy. 100%. Every time. They should put his shorts in the Hall of Fame.
Fuck yeah. We're pink and brown. Not gays. Right? Everyone always, was it Maryland? He's gay. I don't know if he is.
Still doing that?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's a good one for you. Angela Magana, not a very fan favorite former UFC fighter.
Why not?
She was the one that was talking that shit to Cyborg, and then Cyborg confronted her and fucking kind of slap punched her, not very hard, and then she pressed charges.
Yes, I remember this now.
She's just an all-around fucking twat. So apparently she's living in Puerto Rico now, and she was supposed to have a fight in some organization out there, and had some herniated discs in her back, went in to have surgery, put her under anesthesia, allegedly was in a coma for a few days, and then all this outpouring of support, like, oh my God, I hope she recovers.
Mhm.
And then she miraculously comes back. Like, nothing ever happened. Like, this is fucking bullshit,
Soap
man.
opera bullshit, you
Yeah,
think?
fucking marketing ploy, man.
Wolf tickets?
I don't buy this for 1 fucking second.
You're always the conspiracy theorist.
Well, just knowing what a twat this lady is.
Yeah.
I just, and then it's almost like you're trying to sway public opinion. Like, how do I get likable again? Fake a coma.
That's a good point.
Is that plausible?
I'm going to fake a coma right now.
Sweet. Can I punch you?
Sweat, you said that. Do you want to punch me?
No. I like to ask the question.
Hit a man when he's down. I like it. You've been playing too much division.
No, it's like, what the fuck was the movie? Wayne's World. He's like, do I scare you? Would you like me to? It's like, ask that question.
Okay.
Like me to punch you? What else is going on?
I got
Go
a
ahead.
no news. I'm saying I have a knowledge. Well, sort of.
Okay.
That's something funny to share. I don't know where it goes. It's just funny.
I'll go a couple more. Lobov and Malinaji are going to do that bare knuckle fight. They said June 22nd in New Hampshire. Give you the obligatory Paige Van Zandt pick. I don't know if I showed this one last week, but
It looks familiar, but
if I did, fuck it. You
I
get
mean,
to see it
I can't
again.
fault you. I like it.
I think she's my new favorite.
Yeah, she's pretty stacked.
I probably won't like her at 4'2".
She's tiny.
Tweet of the week is from Darwin Award. It's a million years of evolution. So you have one chick bent over on the beach taking a picture of another chick bent over on the beach. That's what we do these days, apparently.
I'd like to know where that photo is. I'd like to see that photo. Probably on Instagram somewhere.
And then, you know how everyone's doing this watermelon squeeze? You got to check out this chick.
Oh, wow.
And get a little volume for you. Are you impressed?
Jesus.
Are you into that?
No.
Too big? Too strong?
I'd have to see her standing up, but her thighs look like bigger than my fucking body.
Got 3.4 million views. Good lord.
Shattered a watermelon between her legs. Imagine if you're like hitting that and she decides she doesn't want to let you go. You're gonna die.
Yeah, she's pregnant.
Yeah, exactly. See what I mean?
Yeah. Then we're to Ask the Nuts, if unless you want to throw something in.
I'll give you knowledge at the end. That's
Okay.
MMA related knowledge, sorts.
If you have to make a 4-piece band consisting entirely of current or past MMA fighters, who would be in it, and who would play what instrument, or what style of music would they play?
Ooh. What instrument and what style of music?
Skin flute,
Influence.
Sage Northcutt.
Sage North.
Skin flute extraordinaire.
I'm trying to think. Who would I have on? You probably got to go with Cody Garbrandt's got to be in the band because of all the tattoos, yeah?
I was going to say Josh Barnett. He's going to be death metaling it up.
He'll be the singer.
There you go.
Big ass fucking white dude. That'd be perfect. And Garbrandt can play drums.
Yeah, I'm okay with this.
And then your bass player, we're going to go with, who would be a badass bass
I
player?
need someone with some fucking, who's got some locks. Jorge Masvidal's got some long hair. He could headbang it out.
Yeah.
I want someone with, Ben Henderson. He's over in Bellator's. Also, he's got the long hair. Sean O'Malley.
Long hair. I'm trying to picture not that many people with long hair.
Clay Guida.
Okay, Clay Guida.
Clay Guida on bass.
Bass? Oh, boy.
right.
All right, it's like Flea. And then who's going to play lead guitar? We're going to get lead guitar. It's going to have to be, who's the most flamboyant, crazy man in MMA right now? Maybe, I would like to say Conor McGregor.
I might want to straight lace it with like a Roy McDonald. With like, put him in like a Robert Palmer kind of fucking suit. I'll suit it up. straight-laced.
I think you put him in there, but let him play keyboards.
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
as lead guitar,
Go
I
ahead.
think we gotta go with your girl Paige Van Zandt.
Nice.
You gotta have some eye candy to look at.
Okay, good point. I wasn't even thinking about the ladies.
Yeah. It's a badass band happening.
Okay.
Kicking shit.
And what's the style of music? What are we playing?
What would Josh Barnett play?
Well, he's going to play death metal, but that's what he's all into.
Yeah, but it'd be more funny if it was like a loungy kind of like a 80s kind of a vibe thing, like dance music, and dance music, like a la what's the fancy the Crow Cop Walkout? What's that? Depeche Mode? No.
Pet Shop Boys?
Is that Wild Boys?
Wild Boys!
Yeah. Playing that kind of music. Is that Pet Shop Boys?
I don't know.
That's what I was thinking about.
I don't remember.
Duran.
Sure.
Huh?
Are you hungry like the wolf?
I am hungry.
You're
like
just
a-
hungry.
Actually, I'm not hungry right now.
Okay.
I'm comfortable.
And then Rodrigo Machado will close it out. It's time. Pound sign Nuts Roll. Pound sign Matt Rape Train. Pound sign Ingo Sugar Daddy. I don't even like your first question, you son of a bitch. Would you rather have both of your legs broken by falling off the second floor of a building and never be able to use them again, or have your penis stuck in an erection for 2 days and be forced to have the head of the penis amputated? Of course I want my head of my penis amputated.
Why?
It's too large.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to have a smaller
You
penis.
need the penis reduction
No.
operation.
That's just lose.
I guess I'll go with the penis. I think you can get a fake penis. You can't.
Yeah,
get
I'm sure they can.
You can't get fake legs or something. Well, you can.
John Wayne Bob at me or whatever.
Yeah, fix me right up.
Buy or sell. What is the better franchise? The Die Hard franchise with Bruce Willis, or the Terminator franchise with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
That's a tough one. I like
No.
them both. I gotta go with Terminator. I'm gonna go old school. The Arnold.
I hear you. I'm kind of leaning towards the Die Hard,
Yeah.
but I think both movies. There's a point where, after like 2, you start getting into that suck level.
Yeah, but I thought the Terminators got a little bit cooler as it went along, whereas Die Hard just tailed off. So that's why Die Hard had the good best single. For sure, Die Hard.
Yeah, and then what is your favorite movie of the franchise?
Die Hard.
I'd say
Die Hard
first one.
Yeah, Die Hard one.
Okay. Champion, gatekeeper, and Bellator. Says, you know how this works, guys. Choose one to become a champion in his respective weight division. One to be a gatekeeper, and one you believe will do better in Bellator. It's the heavyweight edition. You have Francis Ngannou, Junior Dos Santos, and Stipe Miocic. Miocic to Bellator. Fuck that guy. Fuck him.
What were the other choices?
Champion and gatekeeper.
Go Ngannou as champion.
And then Dos Santos is gatekeeper.
Yeah.
All right, we're in agreement. Fair enough. Champion versus contender game. Same as last show, guys. I take a former UFC champion, someone that he had defeated or lost to before, and ask if a fight between them would have a different outcome today. Today's former UFC champion is Chris Weidman. So I'll ask you, who would win if they fought today? Chris Weidman versus Lyoto Machida.
Chris Weidman.
I think Machida.
Yeah.
Machida's in Bellator.
Oh, good point. Is he still elusive in Bellator?
What the fuck did he? What did he get suspended for from PEDs? Remember, it was some over-the-counter supplement. And they're like, oh, you can't. It was probably like ZMA or something.
Yeah,
It wasn't
like
that, but
BCAAs or something. Yeah.
something bullshit that everybody can take,
Yeah.
and it's over-the-counter, and you can buy it at a pharmacy, and they fucking ban it for that. So I'm gonna go Machida. Weidman versus Belfort.
It depends. Is this a Bellator or a UFC fight? Bellator, I take Belfort. UFC, I'm going to take Weidman.
Yeah, I'll agree. Fuck, Marry, Kill, Celebrity Edition number 40. Hollywood Give Me Wood number 12. All right.
Are these real numbers?
I think he's just making stuff up at this point. It's all good. Danielle Panabaker.
I like the last name. Oh my lord. What does she do for a living?
Suckadedik.
Okay.
Alicia Cuthbert.
Oh, yeah, old school. She was pretty hot back in the day. Still hot. A little skinny.
And then Rose Byrne. Sorry, my formatting got all. She's way skinny.
Hang on, let's go back.
Go ahead. You can drive.
I like this one. I'm going to have to marry this one. Huh?
I said, I'm not really shocked. I figured you'd pick that one. Okay, that one's dead for me.
And
then you got this
I'm going to kill Alicia Cuthbert and bang the first one.
Okay, I'm going to bang this Alicia and then marry the first one. That's the woman.
Big titty.
All right. Knowledge, what you got?
All right, so I got two things. Number one, this is the Ninja training. Have you seen this? Training the Ninjas. Right now, he's swinging heavy weights from his cock and balls.
Why?
Training the Ninjas, Matt. It's a thing in China that they do. It's called ball training.
Is it hanging from his sack or his dick?
His dick.
Does it make it bigger?
What
What if you just pull it off? Does that happen? I wonder if he just yick.
I don't know. I'm just waiting if his dick's gonna.
I don't like this unless I can see it.
You don't think it's real?
No, I mean I think it's real, but
You want to see his cock all stretched out?
of course,
Disgusting.
if you're gonna do it, you might as well go full bore.
Good point. And then, last but not least,
Yep.
I have, if you're going to play Madden and you're going to score a touchdown, you're going to want to celebrate exactly like this.
Nice. Would you like a score,
So, yep.
Sweet.
That's my knowledge.
That's all we got, Ben.
All right.
Sit down.
That has been this week's edition of MMA Nuts. My name is Ingo Weigel.
Matt Griffith, thanks for playing.